Or this will happen to your label machine. No bottle feedings, no label attaching, label kit dispensing, wrinkled labels, or label misaligned. These are the most common malfunction issues while using the labeling machine. If you encounter such problem, then you've come to the right place. Today, in this video, I'm going to teach you how to tackle the issues. Issue 1. The label machine doesn't feed bottles or doesn't start at all. If your labeling machine doesn't start or fails to feed the bottles, then there's a few things you need to check. Firstly, emergency stop activated. Sometimes the emergency stop button is pressed accidentally. In this case, you just need to release the button and restart the machine. Secondly, conveyor belt not running. Make sure the conveyor belt switch is turned on. Here is where you can find the button. If the conveyor doesn't move, bottles won't be delivered to the labeling area. Thirdly, bottle separating switch is off. Check if the bottle separating function is turned on. Sometimes it's easy to forget this part. Without it, bottles won't be spaced correctly and the machine may stop operating. Issue 2. Labels are misaligned or not applied at all. Misaligned labels or no label at all. That's another common issue, so what should you check in this case? Firstly, label cutter not perpendicular. In some cases where the label cutter is adjustable, you need to make sure that the label cutter at a 90-degree angle to the conveyor belt. If it is tilted, then the label won't be cut and applied correctly. Secondly, incorrect label feeding speed. Feeding too slow may result in bottles not being labeled, while feeding too fast may cause wrinkling. So, you need to adjust the label feeding speed to match the labeling speed for a smooth operation. Thirdly, sensor misaligned. If the label sensor is not properly adjusted, it won't be able to detect the bottles tiny, so the label are coming out too late, or no label will be dispensed. In this case, you need to make sure that the sensor is positioned correctly to detect each passing bottle. For a better labeling result, you need to guarantee that this label is aligned with half of the bottle body, and the sensor shall be in line with the edge of the bottle. Issue 3. The machine doesn't dispense or keep dispensing labels. If there's no label coming out, or the machine keeps dispensing, so what could be the reason? Firstly, bottle sensor malfunction. If the bottle sensor is not working, you need to test it by putting your finger under the sensor for a couple times. If you can see the numbers in red is changing, then the bottle sensor is fine. Otherwise, inspect the sensor or change it. Secondly, label sensor malfunction. Another reason could be the malfunction of a label sensor. A faulty or insensitive label sensor won't detect the labels correctly. At this point, you need to adjust the sensor until it detects the label edge and turns orange. Most of the issues are easy to fix once you identify the cause. If you are facing persistent problems, please don't hesitate to contact us.